Hello, and welcome to Consumed. This week, we're going to be talking to Luke Metcalfe. I've known Luke since 2007. We used to work in a bar together in Manchester called Trough NQ, if you've been in. And then, we've just remained friends ever since. It was a good core group of mates we had working in that bar together, and we're all still good friends now, which is really, really nice. So welcome to the show, Luke. What did you have for dinner?
Thank you. I had a burnt pancake tea.
I have to let everybody know that it is Shrove Tuesday.
Yeah, sorry, it's Shrove Tuesday. It wasn't the best, but we move. Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me on.
So what have you been consuming recently?
You know what? I've completely forgotten that the name is Consumed, and I had like a pang of fear because I've not consumed anything.
Well,
I don't consume anything. I just doom scroll all day.
Well, that is consuming, but it's in a different way. How are you consuming?
Yeah,
following through,
mate, it's awful. I'm just on like Twitter and YouTube Shorts.
Oh, nice. I post videos on YouTube Shorts. I posted one last week from my chat with Jess about the screen time, and I had 1,700 views. And there was people just commenting like, "This is despicable. Your children are going to rebel," which I thought was quite funny because I have no idea who those people are.
Hang on a minute. Why was it despicable?
Well, obviously because you didn't listen. She just limits them to one 1 hour of screen time a week.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, isn't it?
Well, there you go. Exactly.
I put a blocker on, so like in theory, like even more extreme than that. And I suppose it's better if you're a kid, you shouldn't do anything like that. But I put a blocker on, so I can only have an hour, and it worked for like a day, and then I found myself just like overriding my own blocker.
Yeah, I do that.
So now I'm just on it all the time. And then, the other thing that I consume, as you know, is Duolingo. I just log in for like 1 minute right at the end of the day just to keep my streak up.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So it doesn't really count.
Well, when I mentioned Duolingo on a previous pod, one of my previous colleagues and friends, he contacted me to say, get rid of Duolingo and do Babbel instead. Have you tried Babbel?
I went through a phase of trying loads of different language ones, and I did try Babbel. I realised that actually, because it forces you to actually learn rather than Duolingo, which is just pretend learning, it's much easier.
Yeah.
It's like a sort of everyone knows that you don't really learn anything on Duolingo apart from the odd really like profound phrase sometimes. Do you get those?
Yeah. Well, I found on Babbel when I did it, it was exactly that. I was like, I just have a quick go now before I get the kids ready to do something. And I was sitting there like sweating, being like, bloody hell, this is hard. I thought I'd have like 30 seconds just to quickly blast through one like I can on Duolingo. But no, I had to actually concentrate. And so, which, I mean, I think at the moment, because I pay for Duolingo, I'm going to probably stop. I am going to stop doing that in March, and maybe I'll try a different one.
That's what everyone says, though. Like, you're not far behind me. How many days are you on?
I could tell you exactly how many days I'm on, actually. I'm on
691. We've got a friendship streak, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. It's over 400 days long. Yeah. 400 days long.
400 days?
Yeah. Our streak together on Duolingo. Have you not done it yet?
I feel like that's really... no, we haven't. I suppose it would be not good for a podcast if we did it live. Is that good that we've been doing it that long?
Yeah.
Do you feel that it's improved your friend?
Yeah, definitely. When I went to France in 462 days, it'll be 463 days when you've done your lesson today. Yeah, when I went to France last, I could speak to people, and I couldn't before. It helped me.
But we're saying what?
Just like general stuff for like when I'm on holiday, just like that kind of stuff, nothing
more
too fancy.
Than like John eats apples.
Yeah. My horse is wearing a hat. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I got one the other day, and it was like one of them the other day, and it was just like, one day all of us will die.
On Duolingo?
Yeah, really. Yeah.
What is it? Can you remember it? What is it?
No, I can't. Proving the point. Duolingo is fucking pointless.
You need to do that one at least 10 times, and then it will stick in your head, and then it will be like, one day we will all die. So you get to the airport and they just say business or pleasure, and you say one day we will all die in Spanish, and that's it.
Well, I've got the neighbours downstairs. I live in a flat, and fella downstairs, they're all from, I think, Ecuador. It's like 3 generations. Pretty sound, but tunes. Anyway, they woke me up at like 3 a.m. playing like music or whatever, and I was like, I've got 2 sets of neighbours, both of whom play music loudly and wake me up, but one of them is bit of a dickhead, and the other one is the Ecuadorian guy who's cool, but like it was inconvenient. So I went downstairs to knock on his door to say like, "Can you turn it down and stuff?" And I was suddenly like, I don't know, not really sure. I don't know what I can say to him other than like gesticulate. So I whipped out Duolingo to see if I could jog my memory. And as I was like whipping through Duolingo to jog my memory, he opened the door and he just looked at me. I'd kind of forgotten the reason I was there. I was just on Duolingo and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, key."
Keep the music down.
Anyway, he didn't.
Does he not speak English?
Not really. He's a nice lad though.
Oh. What kind of music
Eventually
was he
turned it
playing?
down. I don't know the genre. It's just like one beat over and over again.
Do you think it's funny
I
now
think
that
it's
you're
popular in the Latino community.
Latino, not Latin? As just like H in Rome.
Definitely not Latino.
Is it funny now that you're the guy telling people to turn the music down?
Yeah, mate.
You're the
Don't
Mr.
know what
Heckles.
happened.
Yeah.
Did you find this happened to you? I mean, you've got little kids, so you've got
Yeah,
an
I'm
excuse.
telling them to turn the music down. I'm telling my kids to turn the music down. Like, I got home from work
Yeah.
today and I had a bit of a headache because I just finished work. I just sat down and had dinner.
Right.
They didn't eat their dinner. They just got up and felt, and they just got all the musical instruments out, which are mainly percussion instruments, and then just started just going crazy. And it was like so painful in my head. And then Bonnie found the recorder, which when you don't play properly is just like so shrill. And it's just like, God, just stop it. And then the more you're like, can you please just be quiet, the more they make a noise. So it's just like,
It's
just
conflicting, I imagine, because you want your kids to be creative and stuff, but I don't know. Can anyone really play the recorder? It's conflicting if you got kids because obviously you want to encourage the creativity, but like, can anyone even play the recorder? Has anyone ever like? I've never heard anyone beyond like when you're at school. Like, no one's good at it then.
Yeah, I know.
And then you
I
kind
know
of
what
like,
you
it's
mean.
not something that you continue after like primary school, is it?
I mean, I wish someone would. It would be absolutely hilarious if you just went on a first date when you're in your like mid-20s or something. But what you would do? Play musical instruments? Which one? The recorder. All right. Is he doing that seriously? Are you going to take that? What, are you going to like break into the music scene with that?
Whipping out a bit of green sleeves. Is that right? That's what it was called.
Yeah, that's the tune that apparently Henry VIII composed. So recently
I mean, he must have been good at it because he had like 6, yeah, whatever. He had loads of
Wives.
birds, didn't he? So
Yeah,
he
groupies.
must have been good at it.
I don't think he was playing the recorder.
Well, he apparently was good at everything. Man, he invented, he composed green sleeves. So they
Yeah,
say.
but did he? I doubt
He
it.
can't defend himself now. Anyway, I can't remember what we're talking about now.
And I said recently you were sending me pictures of pints of Guinness and a dog. Where?
Yeah, it's my uncle's dog. He kind of fobs us off with the dog sometimes. He'll just go away and be like, "Can you look after the dog?" And yeah, I mean, it's sound. We looked after it for a long time, but it's quite old. So yeah, I think one of the things that I've been consuming is like YouTube shorts on like how to make an old dog smell less bad.
Any success with that?
I spent like an hour trying to perfect like the vinegar to water ratio in a bottle that I bought specifically from eBay to put the mixture in to like spray the dog with it.
Where are you spraying the dog? Like, whereabouts are you spraying the dog with that?
All over. I mean, the whole body smells. It's not like just a
So now
tail or whatever.
smell like fish and chips now.
It's not as pleasant as that because it's essentially like it doesn't really work. It's just a mask. So I do like the dog, but it stinks, man. Really, it doesn't smell good. My whole house smells of like burnt pancake and dog. I mean, Scout's quite old, isn't she? Your dog?
Yeah, she doesn't smell that bad though. She's all right. She's
Doesn't
9.
smell.
She's 9 years old. She's all right.
Yeah,
She's got
I mean,
a
this
thyroid
dog is
problem, but
like.
she's fine.
Oh, didn't know
I
dogs
know.
got thyroid problem.
She has to take
This
pills.
dog's 39, I think.
39.
So,
Dog years.
I'm 39.
Got
The
yourself
dog's
mixed
even
up
older
with the
than
dog again.
39.
Maybe the smell's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
you.
we have similar
I mean, not
lives.
the dog, it's you.
Similar problems. Yeah, I
Hilarious.
mean, yeah, it's that's the reason for the dog. And the Guinness was the dog is really old and infirm, but is also like rapidly quick when she sees stuff on the street that she can eat. And she swallowed something, and I hadn't realised till we got home, and it was like making loads of weird noises, and it was really inconvenient. I was about to go out to do something, and anyway, I was like, "Well, I'm gonna have to take you to the vet now, you stupid dog." And it had swallowed like this massive chicken bone that had like splintered and
Oh,
was caught in her mouth.
Nasty.
Oh, she's just such a moronic dog. Anyway, like I had to pay fortune. Vets are like the worst combination of like manipulating the owner's emotion.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I had a pint on the way home.
Nice. Right. I tell you what I watched on the
Yeah.
weekend, Luke. You'll like this because
What did you
it's
watch?
nostalgic. I watched Lost in Translation.
But mate, you know what? I reckon that's in the top 5 films that everyone talks about that I've never seen.
Ah, you've never seen it?
No, I've never seen it. Can you believe
That's
that?
interesting. Did I hear that? Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard that. Yeah. What was it?
Just a door closing. Should I watch it?
Yes. I can't believe you've not seen it.
I know there's like, I can never think of them off the top of my head, but there's probably like 4 or 5 films that everyone mentions. I've just never seen it.
That the 4 or 5, you can't think of the other 4. Have you seen The Godfather?
Seen The Godfather. Name some other important films.
Apocalypse Now. Have you seen Apocalypse Now?
Yeah, that I love that.
Oh, right.
That's
Okay.
good.
Taxi Driver?
But yeah, Taxi Driver. I've never seen it.
Never seen it.
So
Hey,
that's 2.
there you go. Well, anyway, Lost in Translation. It came out in 2003, and I had it on DVD
Bill
back
Murray in
then.
it.
Yeah, Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson. It's quite funny watching it now because I watched it a lot as a teenager because I had it on DVD. Obviously, you kind of see the world through the eyes of the teenage character. Well, she might not be like the younger character in it, and now I see it through the eyes of Bill Murray. It's quite interesting to watch it again. It reminds
How
me.
old's Bill Murray in it?
I don't know. It doesn't say his age, but
Jeez.
probably 50s. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's in his 50s when he's acting in it. Yeah, but it reminds me of last year when I listened to Baz Luhrmann's Sunscreen for the first time since my teenage years.
Yes.
Have you listened to that recently?
Yeah, I have. I have it on. I have it on multiple playlists because it's good for different moods.
Yeah.
Like I quite enjoy listening to it when I'm hungover. Like it's kind of wistful.
Yeah. Well, after watching Lost in Translation, I then took the dog out for a walk for her bedtime wait, and I listened to it, and it has the same thing because I listened to it a lot as a teenager, and then it's got all this like advice for life that you can take, and then I listen to it now as I'm going to be 40 next week, and so I listen to it, and I'm like, you're like, oh wow, like that is
I
that's
want to
so
Google the
true.
lyrics, but
You're going to Google the lyrics, yeah. Well, I think the
you're
first
not as
one
fat
is.
as you imagine.
Yeah, that's true, actually, that, isn't it? Are you as fat as you imagine?
I'm fatter than I imagine. I think. Yeah, fatter. That's another thing on the YouTube Shorts. It's like I don't know. It's the algos have sniffed out. Like I'm not far behind you age wise, and like all my I don't know what I watched. All my algorithms are like dad history. Like how did 14th century soldiers create this longbow? And I'm like, fucking hell, I'm gonna find out.
I guess I better find out, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go on, hit me with more lyrics. You got more lyrics there?
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, was
Don't
that
be
the-
reckless with other people's hearts.
Okay, good advice.
Don't put up with people who are reckless with yours.
Okay, I won't.
Remember the compliments you receive, forget the insults. That's a
Yeah.
difficult one.
Yeah, people don't do that, do they?
He says, to be fair, if you succeed in doing this, tell me how. So he didn't
Yeah.
do it. Get plenty of calcium.
Good advice.
Mate, very profound, aren't they, really? Do not read beauty magazines, but I suppose you probably haven't read beauty magazines, have you?
I used to read a
Have you
lot
read
of beauty
beauty
magazines
magazines?
in my teens
Like what?
because I grew up in a house with my sisters and my mum,
Oh, yeah.
and so Cosmo was always in the bathroom, so I would read it on the toilet, and do
You
all the
get good
quizzes and stuff.
tips.
Get good tips, yeah.
What sort of quizzes would you do in Cosmo?
Oh, it's
magazine?
kind of like what kind of which Sex and the City
What
character
kind of
are you?
kisser are you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Here's one, mate. Don't mess with too much with your hair, or by the time you're 40, it will look 85.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't take that advice. The only reason I'm wearing a hat right now is because otherwise the light bounces off my head. But
Yeah, it does. It's a good hat, though. That's the one that the kid wears in Indiana Jones, isn't it? Short, round.
I need those blocks on my feet so I can reach the pedals when I'm driving. That's what he has.
Ironically, the probably the most important advice, I reckon, is the lyrics about wearing sunscreen.
Yes. Well,
Because
that's kind of
SPF moisturiser wasn't a thing for me till quite recently.
yeah. So what else have you been up to anyway, mate?
I mean, I've got a lot of free time at the minute, and as I say, I've been wasting it by scrolling mindlessly for hours, taking the dog out.
Is that all you do? Is just scroll mindlessly for hours?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, that's why I was panicking because I didn't really have anything to add to consume. I
Well-
genuinely don't.
You can't tell me more about 14th century longbows.
I feel like my memory's got worse because even the stuff I'm interested in or I find entertaining at the time, like, I just don't retain any of it. But like, yeah, I mean, they used They use a certain kind of wood, which is rare because like it only came in a certain part of France or
You
whatever
don't
it
have
was.
to tell me
I can't
about the
remember.
longbow. It's absolutely fine. You've not been
Yeah, a
listening
bit of
to any
DIY. That's what I've been doing.
DIY? Tell me
Yeah,
more.
learning how to use a power drill.
Oh yeah, what for?
I've really got into that actually in true early middle-aged uh, fashion.
What have you
Just
been
like putting stuff up, taking stuff down, accidentally down. I drilled through a wall the other day and that was pretty sick.
for the laugh?
Nah, I was trying to build a wardrobe. It didn't work out.
You drilled through the wall.
I bit off
Oh,
more than I could chew with that, yeah. How to drape curtains.
wow. I mean, this is.
It's really difficult. If anyone who's done that, you can probably relate.
I have done that, yeah.
Yeah, not much else, mate, really. Yeah. What about you?
What's quite funny is that I see people and I'll talk to them and they'll be like, oh yeah, I already know about that because I heard it on your podcast. And I'll be like, oh right, I've got nothing to talk to people about anymore because they've been listening in.
Well, I've not listened enough, so I don't have that excuse, I'm afraid.
Don't worry about that. I read an article the other day about Manchester about
Yeah.
how it's like a good example of growth that the rest of the country can take on board, because basically like big companies are like staying there because there's lots of jobs and stuff like that now because there's lots of graduates, etc. But there was a little stat
Yeah.
in there which I found crazy, which is there's now 100,000 people live in Manchester city centre, whereas when that figure was taken in 1990,
Wow, really?
yeah, but when that figure was taken in 1990, there was 500 people.
That sounds too small.
That's what I thought. I stared at it for ages
Who
and
were
thought,
they?
surely.
It's like tramps.
Probably the guys that we used to give tea to from the fire exit trough. I thought that was crazy, but then it's because Ancoats has just turned into this like mega city.
Yeah, I mean, I've not been back in it in a while.
I've not been for ages.
Really, my sister's looking to move there, so she was like, "Have you got any like tips?" And every tip that I thought about giving was irrelevant because like it's changed quite a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's
So,
not
for
like
instance,
there's.
Ancoats, to your point,
Yeah,
she said, "Oh yeah, I'm looking at maybe moving there," and I was like, "Fucking don't move there.
it's just
There's
abandoned
there's nothing
warehouses.
there."
There's nothing there
Yeah,
but Sankey's.
yeah, exactly. But
You have to get a
apparently,
cab there because you don't want to walk. You don't want to walk to Sankey's. You've got to get a cab there.
I definitely remember going to a house party a warehouse party there with you, and I was leaning on the wall, and the wall just collapsed. So I imagine that sort of stuff doesn't happen anymore. Hopefully,
Sounds like something that would have happened back in the day. That was 2007 Manchester. It was much more edgy when we were.
I mean, you'd like to think so, wouldn't you? Or maybe you wouldn't, but I think it. Yeah, I don't know. We should probably have a go.
What, go to Manchester?
Yeah.
I was invited to a
Do you
stag
go
do,
out?
but I couldn't go. Do I go out? No.
As in, like in Harrogate?
No, I don't go out very often. I've got young kids. It's quite hard to go out. I need to get a babysitter. Me and Amy are going out next weekend for my birthday because
Oh, that's nice.
there's a new cocktail bar. Well, I say new. It's probably been open for about a year. It's just that I don't go out very often, so I still haven't been.
Are you
But-
still off the ales?
I kind of just don't have them that much, but every now and again I'll have some. So I had some the other week. Went down to London for Nat Greenberg's 40th, and then zoomed back up again the
nice.
next day. I had a couple in the daytime,
Yeah.
which was nice. But yeah, no, I don't really drink that much these days.
40th, man. Is that what, on the 25th?
My
right?
birthday is, yeah, the 25th, yeah.
Yeah.
Just remember to send me a
I
text.
don't know, like all the dates that all the stuff that I need to know. I mean, I need to know people's birthdays, I suppose, but I just don't remember anything. Like even the longbow stuff, I made that up in the hot air.
Yeah, I thought you might have made that up, yeah.
No, like it's true that I watched this stuff, but I had no idea what they told me at the time. But I do remember people's birthdays, so there is that.
Do you not listen to music much these days?
I go through spurts of listening to like the history one is good. The two
History?
guys.
Oh, right, sorry, I said music, but...
Really popular one.
So when you said history, I thought you just meant Michael Jackson history. Just been listening to that history one.
Yeah,
Michael
I do.
Jackson.
Sorry, I listen to listening to lots of Kevin and Perry Go Large, the soundtrack.
What? Really?
Yeah. It's really good. If you like early 2000s trance music, it's the one. Some absolute bangers on it.
I'm absolutely...
So,
I'm going to
so
listen
good.
to that now. That's reminded me,
Really
actually, I
good.
made a consumed tracks podcast, so like a podcast, a playlist for the podcast on Spotify. Do you use Spotify? Are you an Apple Music man? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, no one uses Apple Music, do they?
Adam Hayward uses Apple Music.
Such classic Adzi. Makes no sense.
So
That sounded more insulting than I meant. Sorry, Adzi. If anything, it's a bit more upmarket, I suppose, isn't it?
So I'll add you to it, and we can add the Kevin and Perry Go Large soundtrack.
Yeah, I mean, they're not all, it's not consistent, but like, I don't know, it's like a lot of music and film, innit? It's kind of tied up with memories of whenever you first consumed it.
Yeah.
So I went to the cinema to see that, and at the time it was like the one and only dream I had was to go to Ibiza and like listen to trance music, and I've achieved to this day only one of those things. So
You've not been to Ibiza?
yeah, never been. No, I'd love
Oh,
to go.
we went for our friend's wedding back in 2019 when we didn't have kids and it was pre-pandemic. Those are the days. It was
Yeah,
great.
I mean, you had two, so it can't be that bad.
I rented, yeah, no, it's better having two. I rented a Jeep Wrangler, just mainly for photos. But then it turned out
Sick.
our villa was on the top of a hill with there was only a dirt road to get up there, so I actually needed the Jeep
Oh.
Wrangler. It was great. Stalled it.
Do you
Coming
remember
out
when we
of
had
the,
quad bikes when we went to Greece?
I do remember when we had quad bikes when we went to Greece. Yeah. Were you on mine? No, Andy was on the back of mine. Our friend Andy from Manchester.
Yeah.
And
I
then
had
you
our
had Nick
friend
on the back.
Nick, who
You had a bit of a weight, probably a weight disadvantage there.
he's a very muscly man.
He's a very muscly man, yeah. And yeah, that was great fun. Quad biking around the island of Ios in Greece. That was 2014. I mean, that was a long time ago now.
Is it 2014 that?
Yeah.
I had a good time, but I wouldn't go back. Shit, it was a rubbish
No,
island.
we felt old and we were in our 20s.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I often think about, so this island was largely like Australian backpackers from memory. They're like
Yeah,
teenagers.
it was, yeah. We're like 18,
They'll go over
19-year-olds.
every year and get leathered. Nothing wrong with that. But there was one bar that everyone really liked, and then one of the lads had got the name of the bar tattooed across his back. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was called Circus Bar.
And now, Circus Bar, and now and then, like just out of the blue, I wonder, like, is that still there, like, on his back?
His tattoo. Yeah, he's probably got kids now. And they're like, tell me the story about your tattoo, Dad. Oh, it's just it's a bar in Greece. What kind of bar?
Yeah,
Quite a small one, actually. I recall,
yeah.
but popular. I'm going to Google it.
So yeah, I wouldn't recommend anyone who's still listening to this to go to Eos. It's probably the worst one of all of them, and there's a lot of islands in that area.
Probably all right if you're in your late teens. We were too
Yeah,
old.
I mean, especially if you're an 18-year-old Australian backpacker, go. If you're not, which rules almost everyone else out, don't go. That'd be mad. Homer's tomb. That's the only attraction.
There was Homer's tomb. Yeah, Homer the philosopher, not Simpson.
Yeah, not Simpson.
There was also a bar there called Sweet Irish Dreams, if you remember.
I do remember that. Yeah,
Good times.
that was quite fun.
Yeah.
Well, I stood in sick, and that kind of killed the vibe. Wasn't my sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
Got me thinking now. No other music really. Just literally just Kevin Perry all the time.
Just listening to Kevin Perry all the time whilst walking the dog.
No. That's not true. I've been getting into Bad Bunny.
Oh yeah, because of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never heard of Bad Bunny, and then someone told me about the Super Bowl, and I was like, okay. And then I've got a Spanish class once a week, and she was like, basically, your homework is to listen to Bad Bunny. So my algorithms, my weekly Spotify thing is just like have this like salsa based rap music.
Oh, nice. Do you like it?
Mate's killer. I've no idea what he's saying. I think that's kind of the attraction, though, because he could be saying anything, absolutely anything.
He's just rapping about 14th century longbows.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's got a song called "I'm Not Jealous," which is good. Yo no soy celoso.
Oh.
So that's my tip
Very
to
nice.
sort of ease you into it.
I will check that out. Thanks very much. And then podcast, you say you just listen to The Rest Is History.
Yeah, I accidentally signed up to the premium version.
All right.
So the benefit of that is you can listen to like certain episodes before they're released to the public. And it's the one time I've realised I've signed up for a paid subscription and been like, oh, I'll just keep it. But I've noticed today that it's gone up to £8 a month.
£8 a month.
I think that's steep, man.
This is funny because I was talking to Amy on the weekend about how when you see now, like The Guardian keeps trying to get me to pay, and I'm like, no, because it went up. And they're like, you pay like $8.99. But then like back in the day, you wouldn't really think, if I wanted to buy a newspaper, it was like £3.50. I'd just be like, all right, there you go. Or if I wanted to buy GQ magazine, I'd be like $4.99. I'm like, all right, there you go. I'm like, I didn't even.
Magazine, Zoo.
Yeah. And then
the difference though is that you own that.
I know what you're saying.
Hackney discussion in it, but like that's why it doesn't feel worth it. And also, £8 is steep, man. For like, they're pretty
Essentially,
good, but like,
what you could get for
not worth
free
that.
like a week later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not
I'm
justified.
assuming it's got no adverts as well.
Yeah, no adverts.
Did you? There was
But that's it.
like maybe last year there was a documentary about Loaded magazine. Did you watch that?
I didn't, but I probably would love to watch that
I
because I
would
used to get
recommend
Loaded
it
Mag when I was
because
like 13.
it's nostalgic and it's also crazy, the story about how when they started it, basically this guy was just like, we need a magazine to represent this like lad culture that is basically emerging in the mid-90s, and that's basically what they did. And they used to get wrecked, like take cocaine and drink beers in the office, and they seemed absolutely wild. It was crazy. And then but like then like all these other lad mags came out, they people like they were writing
FHM.
yeah, FHM. And then they got to the point where it was like Nuts and Zoo. And what was really crazy is we were watching this documentary, and then the person that started Nuts, the editor, first left, and then they got in a new editor, and it showed a shot of him, and I was like, it's that guy. And he used to be a regular in Upper Fleet when we opened up Upper Fleet, the cafe near Euston
Where
Station,
you worked in London?
where I worked in London, yeah. And he used to come in all the time, and he got
Oh,
mine and Tom's band into NME magazine at the time. We had a little write-up.
well, really?
Yeah,
That's
and
pretty
I
good.
didn't know what he did, but he was really nice, really sound guy. But anyway, he was the editor of Nuts, which which I thought was crazy. What a coincidence! Very
I'm getting
strange.
mixed up now. There was Nuts and the
Zoo,
Zoo magazine.
yeah, but that
They were similar,
the
but like one was even lower. One was like lower,
yeah, Nuts and
a
Zoo.
little
That's
bit more uncouth.
basically that's what they were saying as well. It's kind of like, they were starting to get a bit more shocking. But then by the time they were coming out, people were starting to have the internet a lot more, and magazines were starting to like struggle. But the documentary is really interesting because it's wild. Like they all kind of like this crazy office, and all these they kind of almost like became like drug addicts and alcoholics just
Was it
because of
like
the
the Wolf
work.
of Wall Street, but for
It's,
like lad mag office?
yeah, basically. I recently had a pupil who's he's American, but he's lived in the UK since he was about 4, and he's in his early 20s. And I basically spent about 20 minutes describing lad culture to him. He was just like, "What is this? Like, why?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's weird. It's weird when you think about it now."
It is
Um,
weird. I bet it feels so dated to someone who's like
yeah, it does,
20.
doesn't it? It does. But I mean,
But it was all the
entertaining.
rage then.
Exactly. I mean, that's it. But that's what we grew up on. I saw like a band on the internet the other day. I saw a band advert for Scampy Fries. Have you seen this band advert for Scampy Fries?
I don't think
They're
so.
at a house party, and these 3 guys are looking at a girl, and this guy goes upstairs to try and get with her, and she rejects him. So what he does is he eats a packet of Scampy Fries, goes downstairs, and then sticks his fingers in his mate's face, and they believe that he's just got with this girl. It's absolutely disgusting. Can't believe they actually put it
Wow.
on TV. But I remember it. Anyway,
It's more tame than I thought you might.
well, you can't go. I mean, it was like a regular advert for
Suppose it's
Scampy.
just an advert for crisps.
Yeah, I mean,
Are they crisps?
Scampy Fries doesn't even need to advertise. What?
It's true. I've never seen an advert for Scampy Fries ever. Maybe that's why it
Well,
was
it's probably
banned.
because they didn't make any after that one. But yeah,
No, it's yeah, it's a strange thing to like describe that culture to. Yeah, I don't know. Like when you were 18 and someone who was like nearly 40 or whatever, described whatever was happening in the 80s, you would have been like, that sounds really lame. So, but then like, yeah, I remember being a kid and like, I queued up in WH Smith to vote for the world's sexiest woman. It was like an
who did you vote
FHM
for?
world's sexiest women. Jennifer Aniston. Yeah.
You
You
queued
got a
up.
free magazine if you voted. Yeah.
Well, yeah, worth it. Worth it. I
And
remember
2
that though.
girls in my year were in whichever of Nuts or Zoo is like the the less
Lowbrow
couth
one.
one,
Yeah,
the lower brow one. Yeah,
lower brow one. Yeah, they were talking about
yeah.
that on the documentary actually, because they used to have a section called High Street Honeys. Just like, and that would be just women on
Right.
the street.
Yeah, I do remember that because I had loads of posters of them.
I know.
I'd love to see my room from when I was like 13 now. That'd be mental. It's just like wall to wall, like tits. So odd. Yeah. Anyway, she won. Jennifer Aniston won that, so I like to
Oh,
think I
by
played
one
my
vote probably as
small,
well. So well done, mate.
yeah, small part to play, but significant part.
She
Did a lot
thanked
of
you for
weird
that.
queuing when I was a kid. I told you this before, I queued up to buy Craig David's first album.
Yeah, I feel like you don't have to. The internet's killed queuing, I think, isn't it? Because you can just pre-order. That's another thing the
I mean, I
internet's
say
killed.
queue, it's probably like 3 people. But I got a VHS video of the making of 7 Days,
Of making of
which
the
was one
video.
of the tunes
Yeah,
off his album.
I mean that was amazing.
Brilliant album, that, by the way.
Still got that VHS. Born to
It's
do it
probably
anyway.
the NHS, the VHS video is probably in a bucket with like all the High Street Honeys and Nuts magazine posters. My mum's kept them somewhere.
Yeah, your mum
Put them
stashed
under the
them
bed.
somewhere. Oh yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Well, you got to go have a look, see if it's still there.
Imagine. Yeah. You know what? Weirdly, I was walking home and the other night, and I live next to like it's essentially like a greasy spoon. Craig David was doing a gig in there.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, no, it was like sponsored by Just Eat. I think it had a velvet rope around, like it was a private function, and Craig
Yeah.
David was stood on like a table singing. I want to say the Just Eat song, but probably like singing his real songs.
Yeah, he
Weird.
was on the advert, wasn't he?
Yeah, I
I
think
think he
so.
did one recently. That's amazing. Did you stay and
Yeah.
watch, or did you just walk on by?
I just watched through the window thinking like 25 years ago I queued up to buy your first album and now they won't even let me in
My greasy
to
spoon.
my own local greasy spoon to watch you.
Hilarious.
Times are hard. And all the clientele were like nowhere near old enough to remember that era.
There was some like wilderness years because obviously Bo Selector killed his career, and there
Yeah,
was
that's true.
some wilderness years where I started following him on Instagram, and he was just posting really strange things. And then he kind of made a comeback, and he was playing at Oslo in Hackney, which is so small for Craig David, and now he plays arenas again. Me and Nick, when we were living around the corner, we were like, "Oh, we should go." We're like, "Oh, nah," and then we missed the boat. We should have just gone and seen Craig David. To be fair, I think it sold out quite quick, but
What
still.
sort of weird stuff was he doing in the Craig David in the wilderness?
Mainly, it was
Wilderness
just like him posting pictures of himself training with his like slogan of "Eat clean, train dirty."
Are you kidding me?
No, yeah, that was it. They were kind of like
Yeah.
positive kind of posts.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Seems like a nice lad, really. Like he's
just
not very
realised I missed a chance
controversial.
when I said that when you saw the greasy spoon. Did you stop to watch, or were you just walking away?
Mate,
No.
can't think of any of the songs to make a pun out of. Yeah, no, I was just walking
I'll
away.
have to edit this podcast to make it seem like I made that joke the first time.
Yeah, you can do that. You just have to rewind.
Yes. Right. Cool. That's a great place to end it.
All right, mate.
Well, thanks very much for coming on, Luke.
Thanks for having me, Alex. I
That's all right.
don't know what to say. Yeah, it's been
Are
great.
you going to listen to this one?
I'll listen to all of them. I feel deeply ignorant that I hadn't been listening, but as we've established, I've nothing going on in my life, so I've got more than enough opportunities.
Well, thanks for coming on. And I'd just like to say thank you to everybody that's listening and sending nice messages. And yeah, just follow the show. I've got 30 followers on Spotify now. 30. It's quite a lot, isn't it?
Do I just type it in and follow you then?
Yeah. And then I've got some more followers on Apple. So yeah, happy with that. Impressive. So yeah, thanks
Right, I've
everyone.
followed you now.
Thanks, mate.
Cool. All right, thanks, mate.
Cheers. Thanks.
Night.
Night.